Joining me today is my eldest son, Travis Jackson. Okay. I had Travis. I was a teen mom, and we grew up in South Central, Watts. And I think the experience of being a teen mom, growing up in South Central, and having a young black boy was a whole lot of layers that no one could truly understand how that fits, And a lot of times we've had this conversation, like back then, being my oldest, being my only at the time, we talked. We had to kind of like connect, and sometimes I would go to you and ask you for your perception. We used to play these games. I remember I used to play this game called
What You See.
Yes, tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. And the purpose of that game, because I was going through a lot of problems with, like, I was in between Hollywood, I was in between the hood, I was a young mom. There was a lot of things that was developing in me. And a lot of times I realized that we carry that on our shoulders. And then we don't know what it is we do. We don't understand why people react to us a certain way or why people treat us a certain way. Sometimes even just getting into business and you thinking that you take what you went through from your personal life over into the business world and not realizing that people can see these things about you. You can see that, that you're having complications or weak. And a lot of times if you want to be successful, you have to be very conscious about your perception and what you're doing and what you're saying, and that is clear. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got that game. Tell me what you see. It will a lot of times help me to kind of get a better perspective of myself, and I'll show you guys what we mean by that. We'll play that right now a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So tell me what you see. We're going to go with right this very moment. Oh, and another rule to the game, you guys, it always had to stay positive. Like, there are people out there that's going to see the worst in you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need that. You need to a lot of times see the good, see the greatness that others don't see. Mm-hmm. So that was part of the rules of Tell Me What You See.
But one of the rules also too, because it was a good little thing, was you did show one flaw like that you could work on every time we did it.
Right.
Every time we did it, it was,
yes.
Okay, tell me everything you see. Tell me all the positives and everything on a situation. But all right, now, what is it? One thing that I'm missing that I could work on? Yes. And what I can say is you doing that young with me taught me how to take, what's that called? Criticism. That's the word. A lot of people can't take constructive criticism.
No, right.
Because in their mind, they're hearing their flaws and they're being frontlined and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. So they're defensive about it. Whereas because of the game we played, when I get told criticism or people critique me, mm-hmm. it don't sit on me like that. Like, mm-hmm. it's like, all right. It just tells me what I need to sharpen up. You can process or polish. Into a defensive, like, oh, mm-hmm. I can't, But I could say that came from them techniques growing up. Then we stopping and going, hey, tell me what you see. Okay, well, Travis, you good at this and this and this, but you lack right here. Like, you move too fast. You move too fast. You ain't closing stuff. You ain't putting the lids back on the couch. Slow down. Like,
wait, I could tell you, you guys, one of the times you told me something and how I took that information and it made a difference and how I moved from your friend, because that was something that really hit me. So I had, when I was younger, and not as much today, this is so funny, but the reason I don't have it as much today is because I learned at a young age from when we would talk. I noticed that people would come up to me a lot, and how can I put it? It felt like they was trying to like I was stupid. They would come at me. Yeah, naive. They would come at me like I was naive, or they would try to run things over me. And I'd be like, why am I getting this? See, after I would get it too many times, I'll be like, why am I getting this so much? And I said to you at that time back then, I was like, what is it about me? Why people are coming at me this way? And then you said, oh, because you look sweet. You look naive. You gave me this whole assessment. And then I was like, and then you said, but anybody that speaks to you long enough, you was like, somewhere in this conversation, real quick, it snaps. You are not the one. You are fully aware of them. And I was like, really? That's interesting. Because sometimes when I talk to people, it be somewhere along the conversation, I see their face. Mm-hmm. But I didn't understand what was happening. And then by doing that technique and understanding that, when I started to have business meetings, I understood the difference of being in a room and, okay, they're going to automatically take me as naive and not to argue with that or not to fight it.
And that's when you then taught me you turn your weakness into your strength.
Right, you turn
your strengths are really your weaknesses.
Exactly. And because everybody could see whatever is your strength. People can see it. Mm-hmm. Your enemy already knows.
They can use it against you.
They're going to use that for you. They're going to come for you for that. But whatever is your weakness, a lot of times, whether you know it or not, that's the thing that's going to work for you. You know? So, yeah. You just have to be aware of it. And that's what I did. It helped me a lot. And it still happens. I still get now and then people come at me a little bit like, they be like testing me. I be like, what the hell?
And I still get tested too. People gonna test and they love to flunk. So just let them fail, and you keep it moving. And you understand that test comes with a lesson. Like at the end of the day, every test comes with a lesson.
Yes, exactly.
And whether you ace it or you fail it, did you learn the lesson at the end of the test? Yes. And sometimes you have to be the teacher and the student during the test because.
He said sometimes you gotta be the teacher and the student during the test. That is funny.
Funny. Mm-hmm. I say that because when life comes at you, you learn you have to apply the knowledge and apply what's going on mid-test. Mm-hmm. But so as a teacher, it's like it's like if you're expected to know the answers or expected to know how to solve it and answer key, but yet you're still a student because mid-process you're learning. At the end of the day, all of this is a learning process. It's a learning curve, and if we fail to learn from what we're going through, then we wasted the experience. And you know what the higher power do? He'll repeat their
you're gonna repeat it. That's right. Part. That's why I always tell you guys, you're gonna repeat that. If you don't learn from that, you will repeat it. So if something is really bothering you or you are tired of this,
learn what the lesson
Learn what the lesson is.